Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today we're looking at a D23 release, Ochi's Dagger. We're going to check it out.
Behold, my stuff.
Hey everybody. So, as I said in my previous video, I haven't been on here a ton. I've been doing a lot of work in the shop, a lot of work in the house, just kind of all over the place. A lot of work at work. I don't know if you know how that goes, but it sucks, and everybody drives me crazy. So I haven't had a lot of time to do much else other than, make Necronomicons. But I was able to order some stuff. I showed you off some stuff from the Time Variance Authority that I picked up in my last video. This video, we're back to Star Wars, and we're checking out Ochi's Dagger from Episode 9. Now, cool thing about Episode 9 is whether you like that movie or you don't like that movie, you have to admit that movie had some of the best dialogue.
What?
Between characters in any Star Wars movie. I loved the interactive dialogue and expressions and things that went down. There was some great, really funny scenes where Rey takes Kylo's breath away, for example.
Give it to me.
And I was a big fan of some of the props that they did make for that movie. You can't deny that it had some of the most iconic sequel props. The main one, of course, is the Wayfinder. Everybody loves the Wayfinder. The other one was the MacGuffin that nobody wanted, which was Ochi's Dagger, which made no sense in how it located the Wayfinder at all, and I don't care. So, when they released it, I thought, this is something that I should pick up. So, some of you might say, well, is that a Hasbro item? No, it isn't. It's actually, where's my shit? It's actually, stay. It's actually directly from Disney itself. So this is actually a Lucasfilm product. It's an official Star Wars item via StarWars.com. It's not licensed out through another company. This is an in-house item. It's part of a series they're doing called the Galactic Archive series. The other one that they released for D23 was the Episode 9 rebuilt Kylo Ren helmet, which is pretty cool when you compare it to the original Black series that Hasbro did, which I have and I have modded. I haven't decided if I'm picking that helmet up or not, but it's cool. Now, I like this box. If you look at how they did it, there's all this Star Wars iconography, like hieroglyphics on it. A lot of sequel trilogy stuff on there. It really is just a really nice piece of packaging. One thing I didn't know, these are all limited edition to 3,000 pieces, so that's kind of cool. I didn't actually know they were limiting these. I can imagine why they're limited, because I don't think they could find 3,000 people who wanted to buy a prop from this movie, specifically that one. But you know me, I like props, so I'll take it. It had a really... It just appealed to me. And so I'll read some of what's on the box. So on the back of the box, you can see it has like all this like text and everything. So one of the things it said was, in a unique partnership with Lucasfilm and the Star Wars Galactic Archive series and its exclusive line, bringing collector-focused items from Lucasfilm archives to life with screen-accurate premium details and enhanced playable features. Now, that was interesting to me because there's no other manufacturer listed on this box anywhere, but it says in partnership. So who? With whom? Like, you can't partner with yourself.
You can't be magical friends with yourself.
So I'm trying to figure out who the hell else did this, but it's only StarWars.com, trademark Lucasfilm. It doesn't, Disney store. It doesn't have any other person on here that could be a manufacturer. I don't know if Disney store itself is who's partnering with Lucasfilm, and that's considered two separate entities. So under the umbrella of Disney, there's all these other companies that are INCs and LLCs and things like that. So because they're two separate entities that have their own structure, maybe that is the partnership? I don't know. A little bit more info. It's called Blade of Ochi of Bestoon. Has a light up feature, which I'll show you, but a little bit of interesting bit. These are why I like buying these things. Sometimes they include some like little lore and crap like that. A known associate of Imperial Advisor Yupe Tashu and the self-styled Acolytes of the Beyond, that's capitalized, Acolytes of the Beyond, I'm assuming that's like a cult, Ochi was obsessed with ancient Sith arcana. He pored over forbidden Sith text and staunchly believed that the extinct order was destined to return to glory. Two things from that right off the bat. One, there's a cult. They called them Sith cultists, but now they have a name. So that means that somebody sat down somewhere and decided they had a name. The other thing was forbidden Sith texts. What texts?
The sacred Jedi text!
Because I want them, and I want to build them. So I have the Book of Sith, but what Sith texts? Where? So that I hope shows up somewhere at some point. After that, it states that Ochi's ornate blade contains mysterious secrets, etched runic Sith symbols, and reveals the location of the Emperor's Lost Sith Wayfinder within the wreckage of the Death Star 2. While Ochi was no Sith, he associated with the cultists who longed for the Sith's return. So that kind of tells me that he's like a poser. He's a puppet. He's nobody special. So it kind of beckons the question when this dagger was made. I mean, the dagger could be very old. The modifications about where the location of the Wayfinder is, that could have been done well after the fact, after Return of the Jedi. So the real question is like, why? So again, as far as MacGuffins go, it's the world's worst MacGuffin. But it's also no dumber than Princess Leia letting her planet get blown up to protect the secret of the Rebel base, and then when she identifies that she's on a ship that's being tracked, decides to beeline straight to the goddamn Rebel base that completely revealed it to the Empire, knowingly.
What?
That's pretty fucking stupid, too. So, before people get all sequels criticizy about how shitty the plot is, or how the ships in Last Jedi don't move at any normal speed, remember that grievous error of plot in the original Star Wars before you go honking. Because Star Wars is known for plot that makes no fucking sense. Now, let's take a look at Ochi's dad. First of all, this base is what I really liked. I really enjoyed the introduction of this symbol as a Sith symbol, because if you guys remember from Legends, what we do is the extended universe, it was this really ugly sun symbol, which I hated. It did not look menacing at all. The simplicity of this is just phenomenal. So I love this as a Sith emblem. It has the logo on the bottom, the Galactic Archive series, and it's numbered, so it actually gives you your number. So my number, I don't even know what it is, 129 of 3,000. So that's pretty cool. I'd love to know who got 66. So that's and it's a solid base. It's hollow, but it's pre-assembled, and then these two acrylics stick in. So even if you didn't want to display Ochi's dagger, and let's say you wanted to put a lightsaber on this or something, you could hold on to this and use this for any base that you wanted. I like it a lot. So let's take a look at the dagger itself. So from here to here is plastic. This is all metal. This is faux leather wrapped rubber. So here, the cap comes off. You can see the faux leather. It might even be real leather. I think it's faux leather. I'll just say that. Is wrapped around the molded rubber. So this is faux leather wrapped. Now how it works is you unscrew that, you stick the included battery in there, and then you pop this sucker back on the bottom, and Bob's your uncle. Now your thing lights up. Why does it light up? I don't know. It doesn't in the movie, but whatever. So the Sith runes are pretty interesting. I do like them. I did go back and look at the film and try to compare them, and it's pretty slick. It does have a brass. Well, it's not brass. It's aluminum, from what I can tell, and has a paint job on it to make it look brass. But it's metal, and it has the thingy. So you do you line it up to the wreckage, and then it points to that little spot. You could have just said it was in the throne room. The blade literally could have just said, "The Wayfinder is in the Emperor's throne room on the Death Star." You didn't need this to do that. But whatever, man. It's all good. So the light up feature, it's touch sensitive. So you see there's no button. So you grab the metal like thing, and then it starts to light up. So the first thing it does is it'll do a pulse. So maybe I'll just kill that. far enough away. We'll do it against my shirt. So you can see it's pulsing. If you hold it again, it's supposed to switch to... supposed to hold it for 3 seconds, it says. Oh, then it's just solid red. Kind of like Dryden Voss's dagger in Solo. So that's kind of cool. And then hold it again. And it's supposed to just power down. Just like that. The stand itself, the acrylic base has 2 different thicknesses in the stand. So depending on how you want to display it, the thick end is for the hilt and the thin end is for the blade. I display it down so that if I want to pull the red little bit out with the piece, it extends across the bottom. It just looks really cool. I put it next to the Wayfinder from Galaxy's Edge. It looks great. There really isn't much else to say about it other than it's a really cool piece. Its exact length is... I'll just do that upside down.
Upside down.
13 inches long. So it's a 13-inch blade. Son of a bitch. It's a 13-inch blade. It's really cool. It's just one of those cool little props that you never thought you'd get. And so when it popped up, it's like, sure, it's super cheap. Why not? So I like it. And if you want one, they are available on Shop Disney. You can still get them because they didn't sell out. As I said, I don't think you'll find 3,000 people who gave 2 shits about Ochi. But I liked it. A little follow-up from the last Star Wars video I did, which was Darth Vader's bust. I did find the maker. I did, with your guys' help. I appreciate you. A couple people saw this video, shared it. I shared it in a few locations. A couple people did hit me up. It was originally a mask. It's still a mask. And the person who makes that mask still makes it. At this time, I'm not sharing that information because they haven't come out publicly saying they're doing another run. If they do, I may do another video. Otherwise, I would recommend just going on any of the basic Star Wars Facebook groups, the Darth Vader groups, etc. And I'm sure the guy will pop up again. But it was backfilled into a head bust by design for somebody. So they took one of the masks they didn't slit the back, and they just foam filled a bust. The eyes were just, eyes. They weren't specifically the Sith ones or the correct ones. They threw them in. It is based on a rework of the Sideshow piece. So we did learn a little bit about that. But yeah, I was able to track that down, so I appreciate you guys. In addition to that, something else, I found something that I'll do another video on, and I'll give you a preview. These are repainted, and you might recognize whose hands these are.
It's a trap!
So there's a mask that comes with... There's a mask that comes with these, and they originally were yellow, and they were really, really, really cheap. But with a little bit of attention and care, we turned them into something pretty cool. So I'll be doing a video on that as well. I might even have a full costume by then. If not, maybe I'll sell it. I don't know. But it was a fun project. I wanted to see if I can do it. And I did it. Got to do something while books are drying. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will have more Star Wars in the future. I plan to do some updated videos on a number of different props that I have and I've never really visited, or I haven't done them in years. As I've been cleaning this place up, I found a bunch of them, like all my Firefly stuff. So I'm going to go back and do some more videos on that. Thank you guys for checking this out. May the Force be with you. And remember, if you can't build it, buy it. If you can't buy it, build it. Sometimes it works out really well when you do both. In the case of Ochi's dagger, just buy it.